Hairstyle plays a big part in a person's appearance. The streets are full of people with different hairstyles. Since the past, hairstyles have been a sign of identity, a way to express beauty, and a precious commodity. In modern times, they act to bring out facial features and are even fashion items that display individuality. But what if your precious hair starts falling out?
진짜 마음이 아프죠. 특히 젊은 나이에 이제 탈모가 된다는 거는 이게 머리만 빠지는 게 아니라 자기 자존심 그런 것도 좀 이게 상처를 입기도 하고 그리고 사회생활이나 남녀 관계에 있어서도 좀 데미지가 좀 큽니다.
As society rapidly changes, hair loss became an issue among men and women, young and old. Is there any way to escape the agony of hair loss?
People become shocked when they find out that they're balding. But once the hair starts to fall out, it's very difficult to hide, and it usually affects people psychologically. So on today's edition of Health for All, we'll tell you everything you need to know about balding.
Healthy, bouncy hair. In your scalp lies the hair root. The number of hairs on your head depends on the number of hair roots you have, and this is genetic. The average person has an estimated 100,000 hairs that grow an average of 0.2 to 0.4 millimeters a day. Unlike your finger and toenails, your hair grows in a cycle of 3 years in the growth phase, 3 weeks in regression, and 3 months in the resting phase. So your hair grows up to a certain point, falls out, then repeats the cycle. Let's look at hair loss in a normal person. During the growth phase, hair is produced in a normal hair root and grows out through the skin. As the active growth phase ends, the hair root goes into regression and stops the production of hair. The hair follicle wastes away, and the length of the hair root is cut down by 1/3. Then the hair is pushed out by a new hair that is being produced underneath. In a healthy scalp, 10 to 15% of all the hairs are in the resting phase and fall out. About 50 to 100 hairs are regularly lost each day, depending on a person's age, health, and weather. Hair loss is a part of a normal cycle. But why do some experience excessive hair loss?
머리카락이 성장기 머리카락이 84%로 많이 차지하고 있고 휴지기 머리카락이 적기 때문에 우리가 동물의 털갈이 같이 일정하게 일시에 다 빠졌다가 다시 나고 하는 걸 겪지 않고 하루에 60개 내지 70개의 머리카락이 빠지고 새로 나고 하는 겁니다.
The answer lies in the growth cycle. Compared to the average person, hair loss patients either have hairs that grow slower than normal or hair that doesn't grow back at all. There are even different types of hair balding patterns. One type of pattern is the M shape, where the hairline gradually recedes towards the sides. The O-shape pattern starts at the crown and covers the entire top of the head. There is also the C-shape pattern, which starts at the forehead. These patterns differ for each person. This is a hospital waiting room where patients wait to receive hair loss treatments. Many patients come here anxious and hopeful for a solution. 45-year-old Mr. Wee is one of those people. One day his hair began to shed in considerable amounts. Now there is a bald spot on the crown of his head.
아무래도 이제 머리 감을 때라든지 이렇게 보면은 빠는 거 볼 때 야, 이거 더 빠지면 안 되는데 하는 생각이 들면서 그런 느낌 많이 들죠.
Mr. Wee dreads losing even a single strand of his hair. Feeling he has no time to lose, he came in search of treatment. What type of condition is Mr. Wee in, now that hair loss has already progressed? We took a closer look by magnifying the view. This thin thread-like structure is Mr. Wee's hair. When compared to a normal strand of hair, we see a substantial difference in thickness, elasticity, and density.
네, 탈모라는 건 보통 우리가 매일같이 정상적으로 머리카락이 빠지게 되어 있습니다. 그래서 보통 하루에 한 7, 80개에서 한 100개 사이 정도가 누구든지 다 빠지게 되어 있는데 보통 이제 그것이 빠지고 나서 새로 다시 잘 나오게 되죠. 근데 이제 그 숫자가 이제 많이 늘어나거나 또 기존에 이제 머리 밀도가 많이 줄어드는 이런 현상을 우리가 탈모라고 정의할 수 있겠습니다.
The underlying principle of balding is very simple and clear. If your hair starts to fall out faster than it grows back, then of course you'll start having less hair. However, you must be aware that there are various types and causes of balding. Then why do some people bald and some don't? Let's go ahead and take a look.
The first cause of hair loss is a genetic predisposition. Mr. Kim's father and grandfather were both bald, and Mr. Kim himself is beginning to bald as well. DNA tests confirm that hair loss is inherited from parent to child. Then what happens if a female inherits baldness?
아버지가 탈모가 있다 그러면은 따님한테 탈모가 나타날 수가 있습니다. 반대의 경우로 어머니가 탈모가 있을 때 아들한테 탈모가 나타날 수가 있습니다. 그러면은 여자한테는 어떻게 생기냐 하는데 여자한테서도 마찬가지로 여자한테 남자보다는 훨씬 양이 적지만은 여자분한테도 다 남성 호르몬이 있습니다. 그래서 그 남성 호르몬이 작용을 해서 여자한테도 탈모가 생깁니다.
If you possess the genes for baldness, then there are substances in your body that trigger the condition. There are the male hormone testosterone and another known chemical. These two act to prevent hair from growing normally. The stronger the chemical acts on the follicles, the faster the development of hair loss. This chemical responsible for causing baldness is called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. Decreasing the effect of DHT or eliminating prevents hair loss.
유전인자를 가지고 있는 상태에서 남성 호르몬 중에 DHT라는 성분이 있는데 이것하고 유전인자하고 결합을 하면 탈모를 일으키는, 유발시키는 원인이 되는 것입니다. 그래서 유전인자와 남성 호르몬 두 가지 조건을 다 가지고 있는 경우에는 비교적 20대부터 탈모 현상이 일어나게 됩니다.
Male hormones and DHT work to cut down the period of hair growth and decrease the size of the hair follicle. Hair becomes thinner and weaker and eventually stops growing. Our skin is also a part of our body, so it regenerates too. When it regenerates, the horny layer forms as the outermost layer of the scalp. This is the layer where dandruff forms. Accumulation of foreign substances or dandruff mixed with sebum secreted from sebaceous glands block pores. The hair root starts to wilt from a lack of nutrients and the hair falls out. There are also ideas that baldness can be caused by mites. It may sound far-fetched, but Demodex follicularum is commonly found in hair follicles. Acting as parasites, they steal nutrients from the hair root, causing the hair root to become weak. Depending on day and night, they go in and out of the skin, which increases the space between your hair and skin. Your hair becomes loose like a tree that is not firmly planted in the ground. Hair becomes loose in the scalp and cause hair loss. Baldness is 2 times more prevalent among Caucasians than Asians. According to an American study, baldness was found to be linked with cholesterol. As eating habits became more westernized in Korea, cholesterol levels began to increase. This may be the aggravating factor in the increase of baldness in Korea.
이 서구에는 탈모 환자들이 무척 많습니다. 우리나라 이 식생활이 점점 근래 한 20, 30년 사이에 많이 서구화되면서 우리나라 탈모 인구도 역시 증가하고 있습니다. 그래서 그러한 것들이 어떠한 원인이 되지 않을까 이렇게 생각을 하고 있습니다.
Recently, there has been an increase of patients with baldness caused by stress. Mr. Kim has been under a lot of stress from overworking for a recent project. One morning, he discovered his hair began to shed in excessive amounts. If you look at the patients who come to the hair loss clinics, you'll find that they mostly consist of students, office workers, housewives, construction workers, and people in the service field. Jobs that place a lot of mental stress are likely to cause hair loss. Lately, Mr. Kim has been receiving more stress apart from work. Hair loss is giving him more stress, and this extra form of stress is worsening his condition.
과거에는 탈모가 30대에 발생을 할 수 있긴 하지만 대개는 30대 이후, 30대나 40대, 50대 환자들이 주였는데 최근에는 사회가 복잡해지고 스트레스가 늘어나면서 현재는 20대에 상당히 탈모가 많이 진행되는 환자들도 저희가 많이 볼 수 있습니다.
In addition to the mentioned causes, excessive dieting, medication, and frequent hair dyes and perms can become other causes of balding. Maybe this is why they call balding the disease of civilization. Well, then let us now go ahead and take a look at some treatment methods.
Just like any other disease, dealing with hair loss early on can prevent it from getting worse. Do you suspect that you're balding? Then let's try a self-test. When you wake up in the morning, do you find a lot of hairs on the pillow and on the floor? Excessive amounts of shedding while washing your hair can be an early warning sign of balding. Does your hair feel lighter than usual? And do you have a lot of dandruff? Do oily deposits from your scalp get stuck under your nails? If your hair has become thinner and your scalp gets oily soon after you wash it, then it's recommended that you go see a doctor. Hair loss can be treated with medication or surgery. Hair growth medication was discovered only in the last few decades. Currently, various other medications are being used and developed. The pores are first examined, and then minoxidil is applied to the scalp. Sometimes medication is injected into the scalp for a more aggressive form of treatment. Depending on the patient, medication that contains the extraction of the placenta and vitamin B12 is injected into the scalp. Next, the area of baldness is exposed to light for a healthier scalp. Heat widens the pores and causes hair to fall out more easily. So, liquid nitrogen is used to cool the skin and shrink the pores. Next, a massage is given with UV light. UV rays increase blood circulation in the scalp. Hair is then able to grow healthy from a strong scalp. Countless numbers of hair loss medications are out on the market. But the US FDA-approved drug Propecia is a helpful treatment that is only available by prescription.
우리 몸의 면역력을 높여주는 면역 치료. 그래서 대표적으로 디펜사이프론, DPCP 같은 걸 쓰고 또한 이 국소 광화학 요법을 함으로써 우리의 면역력을 억제시켜주는 역을 하고 또 만약 그 범위가 몇 개밖에 없는데 잘 안 한다 이럴 때는 직접 그 부위에다가 주사를 놔주고 활성했는데 대개 주사를 놔줄 때는 4 내지 6주 간격으로 트리암시놀론 현타액을 그 부위에 직접 놓습니다.
However, medications are unable to treat the underlying problem of hair loss. For a more definitive method of treatment, one should consider surgery as an option. The most common type of surgery is hair transplantation or hair replacement surgery. Hair roots containing hair are taken from the back of the head and grafted into the scalp one by one. After surgery, we can see hair naturally and abundantly growing on the head. In scalp reduction surgery, as much of the bald scalp as possible is removed. The adjacent hair-bearing areas are then pulled in and stitched together. In scalp expansion surgery, the scalp is slowly stretched out by injecting saline under the hair-bearing scalp. Once the hair-bearing scalp is expanded, the bald scalp is removed and the expanded hair scalp stretched and stitched together.
아무래도 모발 이식이라는 것 자체는 다른 사람의 모발은 이용할 수 없고 자기의 모발만 이용할 수 있거든요. 그래서 자기의 뒷머리를 이용하게 되는데 이렇게 하다 보면 아무래도 원래 자기가 모발이 빠지기 이전 상태와 똑같은 숫자를 이식해 줄 수는 없지만 그래도 어느 정도 이식을 해줌으로써 빠지기 이전에 어떤 자신의 이미지로 충분히 돌아갈 수 있는 것이죠.
In the past, baldness used to be correlated with the elderly. Lately, however, it has been affecting young adults and even elementary children. Well, then let us go ahead and find out how balding is treated in Korean genuine medicine.
In Korean genuine medicine, the cause of hair loss is viewed in a different light. The hair and the main organs of the body are closely connected. Hair loss is thought to occur because of weak kidney functions and a lack of blood circulation.
탈모의 원인이 아주 여러 가지가 있는데요. 일반적으로 한의학에서 보는 탈모의 원인은 머리만의 문제로 보지는 않습니다. 대개 오장육부의 어떤 밸런스가 깨져서 머리에 탈모가 발생한다고 하는데요. 특히나 상당히 많은 사람들은 소화기 계통의 기능이 안 좋아서 오는 탈모가 많아요. 또 이 목이나 턱이나 이런 쪽에 어떤 기능이 안 좋아서 오는 탈모도 많습니다.
In terms of Korean genuine medicine, the hair can be compared to a tree and the scalp to the ground. The tree can survive only if the energy blockage is broken up. Therefore, the patient's physical condition and extent of hair loss is thoroughly examined before being treated for hair loss.
원래 이분은 이제 남성형 탈모 중에는 아주 심한 건 아니었고요. M자 라인이 이제 최근 들어서 심하게 진행되고 있었던 상황이었는데 치료가 시작된 후에 M자 라인이 이제 차차 복구돼서 메꿔져 내려오고 있는 상태죠.
Treatment in Korean genuine medicine mostly consists of acupuncture, but medicinal treatments may be used in conjunction for a more synergetic effect. In Korean genuine medicine, people get diseases when they lose equilibrium in the body. If the patient suffers from other diseases along with baldness, then both are treated to bring the overall functions of the body back to normal. Next, hair scaling medication made of medicinal herbs are applied to the scalp. This medication gently removes pore clogging flakes to help the scalp breathe. Depending on the symptoms, various medicinal teas may be prescribed. Medicinal herbs such as arborovitae leaves, a kind of angelica plant, Psorales coralifolia, Chloropteris multiflorus, Korean pepper, and peppermint help treat baldness as well as improve one's overall health. Hair nutrient oil made of medicinal herbs is being applied to hair by a dropper. Extracts of foxglove root, matrimony vine, and calamus juice help create a healthy scalp and healthy hair follicles.
솔직히 탈모가 되기 전 상황으로 돌아간다는 거 조금 더 노력이 필요할 것 같고요. 지금 상황에서는 80% 정도 만족하고 있습니다.
More effort on your part can prevent or stop hair loss. Eat more than just meat. From now on, make fresh fruits and vegetables a part of your diet and avoid eating spicy and salty foods. Drinking 6 to 8 cups of water a day accelerates blood circulation in the capillaries, which can then slow down hair loss. Restrain from eating foods high in cholesterol and saturated fats, and greasy foods such as meats, hamburgers, and instant foods. These foods can worsen your condition. Small changes in your lifestyle can help prevent hair loss. In particular, proper shampooing is very important. Use shampoos fortified with natural ingredients to keep your hair clean. Lather and gently massage as you shampoo. Then rinse thoroughly with warm water. Finally, rinse in cold water to shrink the pores in your scalp. Proper hair brushing can also help you keep your hair. Brush your hair starting at the bottom, moving up. Using a round brush, work your way from the sides near your ears towards the crown of your head. This has the effect of massaging your scalp by following the direction of blood flow. By brushing from the crown of your head first, you may cause your scalp to excessively secrete sebum. Perms and hair dye, which irritate the scalp and damage the hair, are the worst enemies of hair loss. If you're worried about your hair loss, then you should avoid getting perms or dyeing your hair. When drying your hair, first air dry your hair. When using a blow dryer, it's best to hold it 10 centimeters away from the hair. Regular massages are also an effective way to prevent hair loss. So what types of massages prevent hair loss? First, press firmly onto the scalp using your fingertips. Relieve tense neck muscles by wrapping a hot towel around your neck. Then using your hands, firmly press down on the back of your neck. Massage your head in a circular motion at an area of about a finger length up from your ears, rotating in one direction 10 times, then rotating in the opposite direction 10 times. This massage is great for preventing hair loss. Mankind is racing to catch up to a rapidly changing world. For those of you who are slowed down by hair loss, taking a step back and relaxing may be one of the best ways to reduce the agony of hair loss.
Today we learned the inside facts about balding. Well, as of now, there is no fundamental treatment for this illness, so they say the person who comes up with it will receive the Nobel Prize. We hope to see that day become a reality. Well, that's all we have for you on this week's edition of Health for All. Do join us again next week.